Hi everybody, it's Diane. I am back on the same day as I made that box for my celebrity Twinchies. I had a little more craft time today. So I'm going to make a few Twinchies because the box isn't full. Can't possibly have that. So I have I was going to say people. I have 5 people and Luke the dog. Anybody know who that is? Well, I just told you. Anybody know what he was in? If you're a Buster fan, you know he belonged to Roscoe Arbuckle and his wife Minta, I think was her name. And uh, Roscoe trained him and was in a lot of his movies, quite a lot actually. And he could climb ladders, chase after people, jump. He had a very expressive face too. He was in quite a lot of movies. And that was really his name, Luke. And for some reason, when he made movies, they were calling him Luke the dog. In case you didn't quite get, he was a dog, I guess. I don't know, they're looking too busy. I already chose words for everybody because that's a big bore. I know the last time I made these celebrity Twinchies, it was kind of boring. I wasn't finding stuff. So I'm going to try to kind of move it along. We'll see how that goes. If it's not working, yeah, that's better. Then I'll, pause and do stuff by myself and then come back. So today we have a couple silent stars and then talking stars. Well, that's kind of neat. And his word is amazing. I'm not going to have the Aerosmith song in my head. Okay, that's pretty good. I might choose an accessory or something, but we'll move along. We'll try to keep this moving. Does anybody know this lady? She's very, very famous, but I kind of doubt today most people know who she is. That's Joan Bennett. She was the mother in the original Father of the Bride. Maybe. She made a lot of other movies too, but that might be one of her more famous roles. Okay, we'll try this. Cool. Something over there. How about this? I was just thinking, what about a blue color? This is more teal, but yeah, I like that. Well, okay. We'll move on. Uh, I doubt anyone knows her. She was in 2 of Buster's 1930s talkie movies. She was in silent movies. She retired in the early 30s. Then she did come back for a time in the 60s. She made a few movies. It's Anita Page. Need a page with a surfboard. I don't think we want the surfboard in there. right. That's fine just the way it is. Okay. Nobody is going to know this woman. I would be willing to bet the farm on that, unless you're a extreme Buster Keaton fan. Go ahead, take a guess. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. That's Bartine Burkett. Did you get it? She was in Buster's first filmed short comedy with his own studio, The High Sign. And then she had a small role in Seven Chances. But she made other movies. She was a silent movie person. Not, I don't know I'd ever say really a star. But she made quite a lot of silent movies. I mentioned her once before, and I forget now why. But if you're really interested, she was on The Tonight Show, and it is on YouTube here when she was quite a bit older. But it's a fun interview. She talks about Buster and, you know, the old days. It's pretty interesting. Do you want some of that on there? No. The picture looks too old. Okay, you may know her. Although this is kind of youngish of her. That's Jane Russell. Well, that's kind of interesting. Maybe for him. Okay. Yeah. We only have one guy in the group if you don't count Luke. Now, you know, I've dated myself a number of times on this channel. But when I was a kid, I remember Ms. Russell doing commercials for, I think it was Playtex, but it was bras for the Full Figure Gal. Anybody remember that? When you're a kid, you think that's kind of funny. Full Figure Gal. That lets me out. Okay. Is this too busy? Yes. Yes, yes it is. What was her word? Oh, stylish. That fits. It would be kind of funny to put a bra ad on there. Do I still have that? I had. I don't know. Is that funny or is that kind of pushing the limits of tacky and taste, Diane? Way back in the beginning of my collage career, I bought a few pages on probably Etsy from an old Wards or Sears catalog, and a couple of them were bras. I thought I still had some of that, a little bit of it left. I guess if I can't find it, I won't use it. How about that, Jane? Of course, I have those, that Sears catalog. It probably has bra ads in there. Well, it would be in the back here. I'm not seeing it. What are you watching on YouTube? Some woman going through a box looking for old bra ads. Nobody would believe that, would they? Alright, I'm going to give it about 5 more seconds. Okay, I can't find it. Okay, Jane. You're safe. Oh, there's that weird light thing. It's so bizarre. That's creepy. I'm sorry. I think it's creepy. Actually, I don't know why I have to apologize for that. If I think it's creepy, I think it's creepy. Okay. Alright, I gave you a sneak peek of this guy. I would think most of you would know him. Anybody that knows classic movies certainly knows him. That's Fred Astaire. It's a little short. Well, what do we want on the side of that? Or I could cut it and put something in the middle, I suppose, too, but I don't think I'll do that. Well, what about just gray? I mean, the photo is black and white. This might be too dark. Let's see. That's okay. I can live with that. All right, let me pause. At this point, I'll probably come back tomorrow, but I'll pause and glue this, down what I can. Well, how long have I been doing this? About 11 and a half minutes. All right, I'll get everything glued. I'll look for accessory stuff. I'll glue all that, and then if I remember tomorrow, I'll come back and paint with you guys. Hang on. Okay, here we are up to paint. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that one. I don't have to paint on everyone, right? There's no rule on this. I don't know. I changed his word. I came across that when I was looking for accessory stuff, and I liked that better for him. And yeah, the A's are for Astaire, which actually was not his real last name. Although, do you know what it was? It did start with an A. Maybe I still want this. I think it's like Austerlitz with a Z on the end. Something like that. She needs some spatters. What do you think, white? Well, I would say white, blue, or a pale peach color like her face. Well, a pale peach color I'm going to have to mix. Let's just try white. It did not work too well last time because it's getting clunky down in there. Okay, that's fine. I did bring up gold. What about that? Metallic gold. That's about what this color is. Maybe just outlining it. Okay. This one's a little tricky. I suppose you could kind of go either way, like a brown in there or white. White might be a tad boring. What about this? Okay, this one. Well, could go blue, could go dark brown. It's a little too green. Don't I have a bluish blue? I don't see it. Let's mix it. I guess that's it. That's the bluish, light blue I have. Yeah, otherwise that's, no. Well, yeah. Diane, you're wasting valuable craft time. I didn't bring up a palette thing. Otherwise known as a palette. Palette thing. Oh, I think I put the white cap on the brown paint. Well, I was thinking of other things. What can I say? What about a little spatter up here? Where's that coral color here? Oh, is that too pink? Alright, pick one. I don't know. Well, I don't want it to look like Halloween. Let's just see. You guys get out of the way. It's pretty good. Alright. Luke. You think Fred needs a little dark? Oh yeah, I forgot. This side of him doesn't butt up into that A, and I thought that looked stupid. Let's do something with that. I did cut him out, too. Well, do I just connect it, or let's blob a color there. If I try to connect it, I know I'm going to run into the A. It's not going to work. It's not going to be the right color. So let's just eliminate that possibility. Alright, that's fine. Oh, well, as long as you had the cap off, why don't you put the correct one on? Okay. Well, what about this for him? Do you ever do that? Like, I think the older you get, you know, when you go down, like you're going along as you're going downstairs, you know, bring up the blah, blah, blah. All right. Do I remember to do it? No. Okay, I think I like him just like that. Okay. I have to let this paint dry so I can Mod Podge, varnish 2 coats, let that dry, back the backs, print their names out on the computer, glue it down, trim it off, come back and show you. Okay, hang on. Okay, all done. They worked out fine. They're varnished. Can you see that? No, there. They're all backed. Yeah, this one I had that paw print paper, so I decided to use it. I hardly ever use it. The other ones are just more like normal pattern type paper. So that was Luke, Jane Russell, Bartine Burkett, Fred Astaire, Anita Page is pretty, and Joan Bennett, pretty too. Okay, folks, I get to put these in my new box, don't I? That's exciting. All right, thanks for watching once again. Have a good day out there.